Jake the Snake Roberts never won a belt in his entire WWE career.
It doesn't matter. The bottom line in this sport is winners and losers. I never have been a loser because winning is the only thing that fills the pockets.
Vince McMahon was Shane's best man at his wedding.
We're just a super tight family that no one is ever going to understand because they don't live with us. They don't understand it. They don't get it.
Jerry Lawler and the Honky Tonk Man are cousins but don't get along.
Jerry Lawler never really liked young guys breaking into the business. Well, at one time he was a young guy, and he's only 3 years older than me, or 3 or 4 years older. So, I mean, he wasn't that old of a guy to say young guys shouldn't be around the business.
Shawn Michaels has forfeited the most titles in WWE history.
Getting beat up by 9 guys in Syracuse, to me, there's not a whole lot of shame in. You know, that kind of stuff just sort of happens to me. But to have to walk out and give somebody who I think is extremely overrated and really undeserving my belt, and I worked day and night for since the day I was 12 years old to get, to me, it was the hardest thing I ever did. I did the promo, and all that was, that was real life crying, because at that time, I thought, my career was going down the drain.
Rey Mysterio was a stunt double for Robert Englund in the movie Freddy vs. Jason. Shane Helms was the stunt double for David Arquette in the movie Ready to Rumble.
They figured out that just training a stuntman to wrestle was going to be difficult. So they just hired me to be David's stunt double as well. So it went from like 3 weeks to 3 months I was out there in LA. And I just had a blast. It was crazy. They paid me stupid money to, most of the time I wasn't doing anything.
Kurt Angle's brother killed his own wife.
Prayers out to my brother and the whole family, so it's a hard time for everybody.
For former Olympic wrestler Kurt Angle, being in the spotlight this time is tough, but supporting his brother David Angle is too important not to come.
It's hard for anybody that's going through this, so we're family, and we always will be. We love each other, and we're just trying to support each other, especially right now.
Marty Jannetty accidentally paralyzed the wrestler in the ring.
He told me he was a professional and he would protect me.
But as this disturbing video of the fight shows, something went tragically wrong. After hitting the mat, Chuck Austin lay motionless.
When I hit the mat, I knew my neck was broken and that I was paralyzed.
I remember telling him, all right, I'll get your arm, I'll do this, put my leg over it. He was like, oh no, I know what you're talking about, the rocket dropper. And I was like, oh, it's kind of almost complimentary, like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm talking about. And he goes, oh yeah, I said, but do you know how to do it? He goes, oh, I do it all the time, We do it at the wrestling school. I was like, oh, you got a wrestling school? He goes, oh yeah. We do 2 or 3 shows a week, but yeah, I'm good, everything's good. Yeah, straight up lie.
Kane is the mayor of Knox County.
What happened was, I guess it's been about 4 years ago. It was literally one of those things. I woke up one day and I was like, I think I could run for Knox County mayor, because my predecessor was term limited, so he was out. And I looked at the position and thought it would be a good fit. The nice thing about mayor is you can actually get things done.
Mick Foley lost his ear in a wrestling match against Vader.
So here's the left ear.
Okay.
There's the right. I had to give up my dream of becoming a carpenter because I couldn't put the pencil behind it. It's like my little magic trick. I was in a match with Leon White, the great Leon White in Germany, Munich, Germany. And, things just took a turn for the worse. I got my head caught up in the ropes. I wedged my way out. My ear did not make the journey with me, and I want it stated for the record. We finished the match. Like, it was a non-televised house show. We finished the match.
The Undertaker hates cucumbers.
I hate cucumbers.
all I know about it, all I know about it, he don't like cucumbers. He don't want them on his food. He don't like to see them. He don't like to touch them. I never ribbed him about it. It was never a big deal. More people make a big deal out of it than me. I don't know if the story is somebody ribbed him or something, but I've known him since 1988, and he just, for some reason, he don't like cucumbers.
The Rock's daughter is the youngest WWE signee in history.
Your oldest daughter is now a wrestler.
She is.
She's making history.
Yes. So, yeah, thank you guys. Thank you.
This is amazing.
Very proud of her. So Simone Johnson, my oldest daughter I have with Danny, she made her debut in WWE, their smaller federation, NXT. So she did so good. She went out there on the microphone. You got to be poised when you go out there. And she has a cool wrestling name.
What is it?
It's Ava Rain.
Top WWE stars learned Mandarin to break into the Chinese market.
我非常感谢你为我去你的电视节目，因为最好的观众、最好的主人、漂亮的来宾，我希望你看到 Total Bellas 的在 E Network 星期三9点。
Kevin Nash played Super Shredder in the 1991 Ninja Turtles movie.
It's a super shredder!
I had to take a bump when the dock crushed me, like when they caved the dock on me. I had to. They only had one shot because they weren't going to knock that fucker down twice.
Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart had a legitimate fight backstage.
He goes to double leg dive me. I just sort of hook him. We go to this little partition. One of the things they have on the interview rooms to keep the sound in. So we go through that into the shower. So we both sort of got each other front face locked, and he's just got a hold of me right there. You can still see it still going there, and he just got a hold of that son of a bitch. And that's the fight, by the way. We're just holding each other. And everybody comes in, breaks it up, and he just takes that hunk out. I was like, oh, fuck. I'd rather you punch me.
Sheamus used to be a bodyguard for U2's Bono.
We'll wrap you in bubble wrap, you'll be fine. Everything's different now, and it really is. The game has changed.
Ric Flair was adopted.
I just don't, I was so happy with my parents, and I'm so lucky to have them that I never looked back and never thought about it.
Steve Austin was arrested for assaulting his then-wife, Deborah Marshall.
You know, everyone knew that too, but you know, that's Steve. You don't mess with Steve. But yeah, and then I remember the first time he hit me was in the hotel room. He actually slapped me, and then he threw me across the room.
Wow.
So then I had bruises on my face, and I had to cover them up on TV, and then I had to go to the doctor when I got home. I thought my collarbone was broken.
Billy Jack Haynes legitimately wanted to fight Steve Austin as a result.
Stone Cold, I'm going to issue a challenge to you right now. I want to get in shape because I got one last fight. And it's you versus me. You beat women real good. You're a woman beater. You punk-ass woman beater. You're a woman beater. I don't like woman beaters, asshole. Dana White, let it happen and may the best man win. Steve Austin, Stone Cold piece of shit.
Ironically, Billy Jack Haynes is now in jail for killing his wife.
Former professional wrestler and Portland local William Haynes Jr., known in the ring as Billy Jack Haynes, is headed to jail. He's accused of killing his wife, 84-year-old Jannetty Beecraft. Haynes was previously held at a local hospital where he was treated for injuries unrelated to the crime. He now faces charges of second-degree murder and unlawful use of a weapon.
Scott Hall killed a man outside a bar in self-defense.
He was reaching for the gun, so I reached for it too. We wrestled around with the gun. I took it and shot him in the head.
Scott's a Christian. Scott, fucking to this day, you know, I pray that, you know, there is heaven.
He just thought that he wasn't going.
Shawn Michaels and Rebecca Kershey almost divorced because she caught him looking at adult websites.
I can't do this anymore. It bothered me so much.
Shane McMahon wanted to buy the UFC in 2001, but Vince wouldn't hear of it.
And we bought it for $2 million because nobody saw the potential in it. Vince McMahon, his son wanted to buy the UFC, and his father wouldn't do it. He's like, fuck that, that's, you know. And if you were Vince and you saw any potential in it whatsoever, you buy it just to take it out.
CM Punk auditioned to be Rocksteady in the TMNT movie, but the role ultimately went to Sheamus.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate.
So it's been a lot of fun. Like the transformation scene was real fun. Like there's a lot of fun stuff we did in that movie.
Becky Lynch used to be a flight attendant.
My mom was a flight attendant. She was handing in her resignation. She was like, "You want me to hand in your resume?" I was like, "Sure." I became a flight attendant for a bunch of years.
Thanks for watching, and if you're new to this channel and you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and check out some other videos on this channel.